know what's wild? Most families don't start talking about aging parents until somebody's in the ICU. Somebody's fell, somebody got diagnosed with dementia, or somebody's standing at the hospital bedside trying to remember all of mom's medications. And here's what I'm trying to tell you. By the time the crisis happens, emotions are already high, everybody's exhausted, siblings are arguing, and trying to make life-changing decisions off 2 hours of sleep. As a family nurse practitioner, I've seen way too many families lose money, lose relationships. I've seen caregivers completely burn themselves out. Not because they didn't love their parent, but because they waited too long to have conversations that they didn't know they needed to have. Everybody's got choices, and I just want you to know yours. Because preparation isn't about expecting the worst. It's about loving your family enough to have those hard conversations during life's hardest season, making that just a little bit easier. So today we're talking about what families actually need before a healthcare crisis happens. Not the polished version, the real version. If you're new here, welcome to the Neighborhood NP. I'm Erica, a family nurse practitioner, currently working in nephrology, caregiver advocate, and someone that's spent years helping patients and families navigate some of the hardest decisions that they'll ever make in life. I created this channel because healthcare shouldn't feel like a secret club that you had to have attended medical school to get in. Whether you're caring for aging parents or dealing with chronic illness or simply trying to prepare before life throws you a curveball, you're in the right place. My goal is simple: to help you understand healthcare before you're forced to learn it through crisis. So let's jump in. Here's what most people don't realize. The healthcare crisis starts before the ambulance ride. It starts with the little things like missed appointments, weight loss, medication mistakes, unopened mail, falls, bruises no one can explain, driving issues, bills piling up, getting scammed, not bathing regularly. Because these changes happen slowly and families normalize them. You see, parents often hide what's really going on in fear of losing their independence. They're afraid someone will take away their car, their home, their freedom. So they say, I'm fine. Oh, everything's okay. I don't need any help. Oh, I'm doing good over here. And in reality, they're not. And you don't know until they're on the way to the hospital. And everyone is shocked, but the signs were there. The family just didn't have a plan. And unfortunately, healthcare does not wait until you're ready. Before we keep going, if this video has helped you even a little bit, would you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? That way I know you enjoy the content and gives me ideas on what content to create in the future. Every week we have honest conversations about caregiving, chronic illness, and navigating a healthcare system that can feel overwhelming. Now let's keep going. The biggest mistake I hear is, we'll figure it out when the time comes. Can I lovingly tell you something? No, you won't. Because healthcare crisis moves fast. People panic, nobody is sleeping, everybody has opinions, and decisions have to be made immediately. One situation has stayed with me for years. There were two sisters. One lived out of town. The other had been caring for mom, and it was just her and her husband doing all the work. When mom became critically ill, the out-of-town sister flew in, convinced she knew exactly what was happening. I'll never forget the daughter that had been carrying all the weight saying, "Don't you dare act like I haven't been here every single day. We've been doing this every day while you were out living your life." That argument wasn't really about healthcare. It was years of exhaustion, guilt, resentment, and love, all colliding in one hospital room. That's why I tell families, don't wait until a crisis happens to start assigning tasks, because one thing for sure and two things for certain, the hospital is never the right place to start those conversations. Number one, honest conversations. You need to be having real conversations, not surface level. Ask, what are your wishes? Who do you trust to make medical decisions? What does quality of life mean to you? Do you want to stay at home as long as possible? Because one of the saddest things I see families do is argue over what they believe mom or dad would have wanted when nobody ever asked. Number two, organize medical information. Please don't keep important medical information scattered everywhere. Have one place for medication lists, diagnoses, medical doctors, pharmacy information, insurance cards, emergency contacts, because details matter. Doctors ask questions quickly, and it's amazing how a mind can go blank when you're scared. If you're wondering where to start, I've put together a mini doctor's toolkit for free. That helps you organize some of this information. I'll leave the link in the description because I don't want you to have to do all this from scratch. Number 3, legal paperwork. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Love is powerful, but love is not a legal document. And if there's one thing I know, sickness and death will bring out the worst in people. Just because you're someone's child does not automatically give you authority legally to make financial and or healthcare decisions. Have your healthcare power of attorney, financial power of attorney, advance directives, a will. Please don't wait until somebody develops dementia because it becomes much more difficult when someone loses capacity to make those decisions. Number 4, financial transparency. Families should know where the important financial documents are. Insurance policies, bills, mortgage information, bank accounts, passwords. Because when a crisis happens, you don't want to spend hours digging through drawers and file cabinets, trying to piece the information together and make medical decisions at the same time. A caregiving plan, not assumptions, an actual plan. Who lives the closest? Who can help financially? Who can manage appointments? Who can provide hands-on care? Because usually one person quietly becomes the caregiver, and that person normally burns out while smiling, while saying, "I'm okay," when they're anything but okay. Can I tell you something real quick? And it immediately makes me nervous. When a family says, "Oh, we're just going to take care of mom at home," we never put her in a nursing home. Now hear me carefully. There are families that provide incredible care at home, and there are families where home is absolutely the right choice. But there are families that didn't realize how truly physically demanding caregiving can be. I have a dialysis patient whose family loves her deeply. They wanted to keep her at home, but now she's developed pressure injuries because, let's be honest, she's a heavier woman, and her family simply can't reposition her safely. That doesn't mean they don't love her. And I don't fault them for that. It just means that love and physical ability are two different things. Listen, this is your body and this is your health. I just want to make sure you know all the things you're supposed to know so that you can make the best decisions for yourself and your family. If I tell you something on here and you decide that's the path that you don't want to take, that's your right. But it won't be because nobody told you your option. Everybody got choices, and I just want you to know yours. What I really need you to know. Preparation is an act of love. Having difficult conversations is love. Organizing paperwork is love. Learning the healthcare system is love. Because when crisis hits, I want you to be able to focus your energy on your loved one, not scrambling to find paperwork or arguing with siblings. You don't deserve that. And for those of you that share my faith, I want to leave you with this. Preparing doesn't mean that you've lost faith. It doesn't mean you're expecting the worst. I believe that preparation is good stewardship. We pray for the best, but we also prepare for the realities and things beyond our control. If this conversation helps you today, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and join our community. Here at the Neighborhood NP, we have honest conversations about caregiving, chronic illness, and making informed decisions before life forces you to. And if you've learned something today, or this video made you think differently, give it a like. Now I want to hear from you. What's one conversation your family keeps putting off? Share it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone needs to hear. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and remember, everybody's got choices, and I just want you to know yours.